Even though fruitcake can be enjoyed any time of the year, it is specially made around the Christmas holidays. I love fruitcake and I enjoyed making and baking this one. It is very flavorful with all of the different kinds of fruits, and the best part is that it is alcohol free, which means everyone, including the children, can enjoy a slice. So as you guys know, when it comes to making things from scratch, I get scared only because the item may not come out as the way I imagine it to be, but now I can say that fear is no longer a thing for me when it comes to baking because I have mastered this alcohol-free fruitcake recipe. Enjoy this one, guys. Since this is a non-alcoholic fruitcake, you will need some kind of liquid to soak the fruits so they will be hydrated and plumped up. So I'm going to use cranberry grape juice to soak my fruits in. Here I have some prunes, currants, raisins, and red cherries, and also I have some citrus fruits. In order for you to get a nice moist fruit cake, you need to soak the fruits. So to my clear jug here, I'm adding in my prunes, currants, raisins, and the cherries. I did not soak the citrus peels with this because I did not think that those need to get hydrated. And now I'm adding in 3 cups of the cranberry grape juice. You want to make sure that you add enough to cover it because the fruits will suck up that liquid. Mix it all together, put a lid on it, and leave it on your countertop for 2 hours. However, I have soaked mine overnight. It has been the next day, and as you can see, the fruits have doubled in size. They have sucked up that liquid and they're now nice and full and plump and hydrated. Next, I'm going to drain out the cranberry grape juice and I'm going to put all the fruits in my blender and I'm going to pulse it until I get the right consistency. You can puree this if you want, or you can leave it with a bit of chunks. To my blender, I'm going to add 1 cup of the cranberry grape juice to help with the blending. I'm not going to puree this mixture. I'm just going to pulse it until everything is a little bit blended. I want some of the chunks of the fruits in my cake. This is the consistency I am looking for in my blended fruits. There are still bits of chunks in there and it's going to look so nice throughout the cake. Now set this aside for later use. The next step is to make the actual cake batter. The next step into making the cake is to cream the sugar and the butter. So to my mixing bowl here, I'm adding in my butter and my sugar and I'm going to let this cream for about 20 to 30 minutes. You want to make sure that the sugar is melted and that the butter is light and fluffy. Now that the sugar and the butter are nicely creamed, it looks light and fluffy. I'm going to add in eggs one at a time, mixing each one before I add another. And you want to make sure that you scrape down on the sides of the bowl so everything gets mixed in really well. The eggs are nicely incorporated with the butter and sugar mixture. Now I'm going to add in my vanilla essence and my almond extract, and also I'm going to add in the blended fruits. Mix this all together until everything is nicely incorporated. Next, I'm going to add in my flour, cinnamon powder, baking powder, ground cloves, nutmeg, and salt. And I'm going to mix this all together until everything is well combined. The cake batter is finally ready to be poured out into the cake tins, and it smells so amazing, and it has not even been baked as yet. So you will need 2 9-inches of cake tin to make this recipe. Make sure that you grease it with some butter and flour, and you're going to divide the batter equally into the 2 pans. My cake has been baking at 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. Yours may take a longer time, so you'll have to check it. And to see if the cake is finished, all you have to do is take a toothpick, insert it in the middle, and if it comes out clean, the cake is done. Now I'm going to set this aside and let it cool down completely before I slice into it. The alcohol-free fruitcake is ready to be enjoyed, so cut yourself a nice big slice and enjoy it with some tea or milk. Look at how beautiful that cake looks, and the smell of it is out of this world. I've eaten so much of this cake that I've lost count of how many slices I've eaten. It is really that good, and I'm not exaggerating. You guys need to give this recipe a try. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you find it helpful, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel and share this video with your family and friends. Enjoy and have a Merry Christmas.